Alright, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I hope everybody is having a good day today. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, Vestville, hello, Redford, hello, Janu, hello, Catch, hello, Eritane, hello, Siam0. Hello, Vessa, hello, Caliber, hello, Kaku, hello, Daho, hello, Wilson Fox. Hello, Catch, hello, Aizengetsu. Hello, Stockler, hello, Newbie, hello, Janu. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope everybody is having a good day. I am nervous today. Hello, Thupatebra, and hello, Bloodsuli. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm definitely nervous today, but for good reason, for good reason. You guys seem very, very excited about this story, and I'm excited about many things today. Walk in the Dust is a fun event. Okay, no, you should be. Oh, goodness. You're very excited. I'm excited for a few things. First level's gonna be easy? Yeah. I think first level we'll attempt to, first level we can always try with Volpo Knights, right? More homework for you? Oh, fantastic. I don't know what happened, so I can't be excited, or you can be excited on not knowing, that works too. If you weren't nervous, I'd be nervous. Great, great, that fantastic. Happy 3000, Starlight, and good daylight savings time. Thank you, Fire and Ice Day. Appreciate it. Hey!
Just supported the Prismatic Fox for 10. Congrats on 3K and happy 6-month star.
Thank you so much, Babylon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that we were able to hit 3K by the 6-month mark. That makes me so happy. Janu, thank you for joining the Celestials. Thank you, thank you. 6 months is crazy, right? Well, I agree, I agree. Oh my gosh, the whole thing's insane, but I'm so happy that we hit 3K in time. I'm so happy that we've been on Terra for 6 months. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We're hitting 250K views today also. That is so crazy. It does not feel like it's been 6 months. It feels like 3 months tops. I know, right? I lasted longer on Terra than I lasted on Irium. What does that tell you? I've lasted longer on a horrific world than I've lasted on Irium. Terra is more fair. That's wild to think about, right? Oh gosh, you can't escape now? I guess not, huh? Terra is nicer. Fewer children, Terra is more pleasant. Terra gives you bunny daughter and foxes. True. Very true, yes. Foxes are very helpful. I love suzerain so much. Terra is better and more fair. So, alright. It sounds like I'm gonna be on Terra for a while, right? It sounds like you guys said, I'm pretty much stuck here. Is that essentially bunnies in Terra stay in Terra? Yep, essentially. Alright, well.
Cyanzero just supported the Prismatic Fox for 30. 3K party woo.
Thank you so much, Siam0. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support greatly. Thank you, thank you. Been an interesting journey. What a fun place to live when some random ageless like Cache just exists and randomly ruins your life. Yeah, true. You're stuck here till we move to the Field of End. I feel like I'm still gonna be there for quite a bit still, but yeah. So it does seem like I'm pretty much stuck here for a while, right? So, well, I think I might as well look the part. Alright. Happy 6 months, guys. Oh, goodness. One of us, one of us, one of us. Absolute peak cinema. Thank you, newbie. The ear holes in the hood, yeah. I had to sort of retrofit it to work, right? I had to sort of retrofit it to work. Oh, goodness. No kettles, no kettles, no kettles yet. Yep, hand sewn and everything. You need the air filter mask, you'll get sick. At some point, Look away for half a second, I look back to Dr. Light and I love this. The whole getup you're wearing is increasing the tomboy vibes, especially the hands in the pockets. Oh, goodness. Dr. Starlight now has her official PhD. It's on the tag inside the jacket. The strings do move, yes! I'm so surprised. I actually remembered somewhat how to sew. I actually remembered how to do this. Yeah, so you guys have been wondering what I've been doing, why I've been so busy, why I've, like, constantly said that I don't have time to do things. And this was pretty much the reason. This was basically the reason, is that I kept saying, like, remember Zangetsu? I said, I'll be free after the 4th. I'll be free after the 4th. It's so well done too, art and rigging are on point. Thank you, because oh my gosh, I really didn't think I remembered how to do this. But yeah, hang on a sec. Need a sec here? We got the whole thing. Shoes and all. We've got everything. We've got all parts of it. And I still have my tail out. I still have my tail out. Kitsune was scheming. Mega tomboy vibes. I love this so much. It works well, right? I'm surprised. Also, I can also, see, I can remove the hood. I can remove the hood as well. And there's one other part of it, but I can't show you yet until we start a mission. Can't show you yet, but I will show you. I will show you today. You'll see it soon. What would the subscriber milestone be to wear a Vulpes fit? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm not sure what that would be. I think I've seen one other VTuber do a rig like this before. It's super great. Wait, another VTuber has done this outfit? Really? Wait, has another VTuber done this outfit before? When will you include Dr. Starlight in the AK CGs? Who? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, anyway, I at least made mine work with ears, so... Anyway, mine at least fits my ears, and at least fits my wings. I'd be surprised if no one had. Look, I guarantee you that I still have one element that someone else doesn't have. I can pretty much guarantee that I still have one element that no one else has. I would be very surprised if someone else also had this. It's a good idea, thank you, I appreciate it. You rigged it for yourself so it's unique to you? There you go. It's a wonderful love letter to the community for your 6 months. Yeah, that's basically it, right? That's basically what this is meant to be, is that, this is basically a love letter for 6 months. I really wanted to show that I'm, like, in this for the long haul, to the point that I went out of my way to get this done. Very random idea. When you get hydration check notification, you summon the kettle. Wait, that's actually so good. Oh gosh, that would be amazing. Cerulean, hello, hello, welcome in. The kettle must have a latte sticker on it, though. Goodness. Do you want 8 kettles? Oh, jeez. I can handle 7. I'm not sure about 8. I can handle 7. Now that got Dr. Light, will I be blessed by tomorrow's polls? I hope so. You need to change a few things on your throne for kettle meta. Gosh. Kettle meta. You guys are crazy. Alright. I had to show you guys. This has been in the works for a bit, so I'm really excited and I'm glad I can finally show it off. Thank you guys so much for 6 months on Terra. I really appreciate it. Alright. Shall we jump in? Shall we jump in then? Let's see what this is all about. Alright? Alright, let's go. Go here, and here. There we go. Time for peak lobby BGM? Okay. Should add this to the playlist? Alright, noted. Let's see if I remember how to... Just because I had to grab the image. Oh. Okay, that is interesting. Oh! Wait, I need to just sit here for a bit, because this is really nice. Look at the rewards, you'll see why I did this event. I will keep that in mind. This is so nice, wow. This is really, really genuinely beautiful. Alright. Oh my gosh. Hypergriff is a music company, cosplaying is a video game company. Yeah, is it? Alright. Alright. The extent of Calcit's influence is immeasurable. Ursus, Victoria, and Sargon all bear marks of her presence. Whatever her role may be, she firmly and persistently pursues her own vision. Those who journey alongside her, too, are busily authoring the stories of their own lives. Time stops for no one, and Calcit continues marching onward. Alright then. Interesting. Also, is it okay to... Do we just go to the event? I don't remember there being vignette story. Is that different? You should probably not read those blurbs as some have spoilers. I'll keep that in mind in the future. Okay. The event says beginner, you can put it in your titles again. So we just go with enter event, right? Oh, right. I forgot. It's for not clearing the... Okay, understood. Okay. Alright. And then I guess don't read any of these, just go straight into the stages. Alright, let's see here. We can probably use Arknights for this, that should be fine. You can read the stages? Okay. This one's fine. The arrival of a squad from Colombia throws an unremarkable Sargon village into turmoil. Interesting, okay. Actually, wait, would we be... We could probably throw in stream nights. Yeah, why not? It's a little uneven. It's a little bit uneven. I know Arknights enough, that's fine. Alright. Alright. Modern day. 2:48 p.m. Clear. Central Sargon. Ibud region. Nameless town. Oh, heavy rain. Wasn't expecting to see you here. No one here. We still haven't seen a trace of them. Did they get caught up in something? Strange. This is exactly where we had agreed to meet up, right? Our coordinates check out. We can't rule out a sandstorm. Let's stay calm. Sesa, this isn't good. Hey now. They're not here yet, but what good is it being so grim? Are we just going to have a staring contest? Now's not the time for video games, though. Why did you bring that along? Not important? Something must be wrong. We should have at least gotten contact at a set time. Shouldn't we do something or other? Don't worry so much. What can we even do? The best plan is to just sit tight here and wait for an answer. But it's been too long. Hold on, there's... Good morning. Heavy rain, cool it! Sorry, I struck on reflex. Ugh, your looks deceive. You're quite the quick-tempered girl. This will only damage your first impressions, though. This is the Reef Steep Black Market, and we're all in business here. I trust we have words for each other, so no need for an armed conversation, yes? What day is it today? Why would the Sand Soldier be here? Oh, you recognize me? The head intel peddler of the Reef Steep Market, the puppeteer of the vast majority of all armed conflicts in... How do you pronounce this? Ebutz? Styled by the locals as Zuzu. In ancient tongue, it entailed a charm, or perhaps a talisman. But I know what lies behind your new name, Sand Soldier. What's a major player like you up to here? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I just wanted to have a chat with you two. With, Rhodes Island. Or perhaps I've disrupted your original itinerary. Where are our operators? Oh, so you're from Sargon too, then. Good. Then let's get right to the point. Your operators are safe and sound. Your batch of experimental medical material also untouched. Where are they? Who knows? Heavy rain! Rain it in! Quite right, rain it in. You haven't even the capital to start a conflict with me here. Compared to how valuable your pharmaceutical materials are, a few porters can't be worth much in my concern. You have your eyes on those materials. And if I nodded yes? Let our operators go. We'll hand over the goods. How about that? Oh, as simple as that? But all I took was a few employees. Now I'm a little skeptical. Your goods might have had a small footprint, but they're not cheap. It doesn't seem Rhodes Island Pharmaceuticals is so prolific at a company. Would you really be so willing to give them up? I'll stop you right there. Forget market value. Human life is the most precious thing to us. A perspective bursting with humanity. But who'll step up to weigh them, then? Decide their worth? Will a certain Calcet? You nabbed our contract. You know Dr. Calcet? No, it's a very common name. Over these years, I've sought so many people in error. So many. Back to our original topic. Oh, my apologies. Your people are actually waiting right outside, and I have no interest in your goods. Heavy rain. I'll go check now. You stay alert. As you wish. Huh, the fixer from the black market. Wouldn't come here just to scare our new recruits, would he? Rhodes Island and the Sargon Black Market are far from bosom friends. We only had to take this plunge after some of our drugs got jammed up in Colombia. Aripathy waits for no one, correct? That's all this is. There should be no conflict between us. I've heard of you before. The armaments tuner, Bridge, having worked for 3 different arms dealers in the past. A fine reputation. Oh. I believed you're called Sesa now? Really, you make too much of me. Well then, what gives you an interest in Rhodes Island? During a routine probing of accounts, a completely watertight transaction came to light. You must know, not one sheaf of gold in the reef steep passes out of my notice. And? No cause for worry. You haven't exposed any leverage, and as I've already said, your transaction doesn't interest me. It's just the signature on this contract that I mind. Come, I have some time to spare today. Tell me, what kind of place is Rhodes Island Pharmaceuticals? Trek upon Terra has millions of lives. "22 years ago. 1:09 p.m. Clear. Central Sargon. Ebot region. The town of Redhorn. They're firing! Ambush! Ambush! Withdraw our Ah! Are they mad? With this many civilians around? Quick, hide here. Shh, close. Thanks. Fire! Fire! My house! Oh! Hurry! Hurry! Ugh! Too many civilians getting caught up. Are they trying to pull the Lord Emir of Ibot's whole army in? The Lord Emir's army? How do you know they weren't the army in disguise? You mean... Look at this. Red mark? You picked this off one of the corpses? I did. We've been fooled by our own. The situation here is a complete mess now. You might not even get it if I gave you the whole lecture. It's way more than just us who wanted to ransack that squad. Damn it. Grab it and turn it into cash, my ass. There's a full-blown war now. The sentry sent me all the coordinates before going black. There's 4 different identifiers all crawling in this one area. Do you understand what this means? Either we break through the line and earn big, or we still have the chance to surrender right now. God damn it! This is insane! Oh. Should be alone here. Ugh. Who? Child? Why are you carrying a body? Ugh, get out of here already! Hold on. Your clothes. You're a Colombian? You're from the Sand Soldiers. B8 here. We have a survivor. A liberated child carrying a grown man's body. Hey, hold it right there! Alright, kids, you all heard that. The Sand Soldiers still have one left alive. We need to bring him over. There's still a chance our target fell into someone else's hands. Just in case, kill every last one you come across. Doesn't matter if they're the Lord Emirs. Even if Padishah Murad himself is here, he has to die too. Remember, a silver box. I want to be sitting on that singing long before the sun goes down. We've intercepted their comms band. It seems the Sand Soldiers still have a survivor. A child carrying a body. Probably a comrade. Think he's got what Padishah's after? No one team's retreated from that town yet. Chances are they'll all still be looking for their target. Of course. Everyone swarming that tiny of a town at once is going to add to the chaos. Waste time and nothing else. Hold on. Our caster's got news. Something's up. What? There's a freight truck. Registration Ticaranto, Colombia. Parked near the Central Smoke Bazaar. A woman and a monster. Monster? What monster? Oh. Line cut off. He gets careless too? No, his ambush point is at least a kilometer out from the bazaar. It shouldn't have been that fast. Not unless whatever team this is knew the topography here like the back of their hands. Or maybe they're just experienced enough to blow anyone off the sand. Could it be someone from Vuivre? Or some other cutthroat here on Columbia's dime? Let's watch this unfold first. Why did teacher... Our target's around here. He can't get that far carrying a body. We've got trouble. No hesitating. Kill! Am I safe? Teacher, come on. Wake up. I can't stop the blood. You still haven't taught me so much. What do you want me to do? Target found. Don't move. One more inch and I'll cut your head off. Scared stupid, aren't you? Talking to a dead guy, uh-huh. Put that idiot on your back down and tell me, where is it? I don't know. Don't try and fool me, you worthless, huh? Is this the Sand Soldier leader's body? What are you? Wait, do you have it on you? Don't touch him! Who do you think you are? Ugh. Silver combination box. So here it is! Let go of it! Get out of my way! Now we've got the target, we don't need to leave any survivors. Don't blame me, kid. This is my job. What the hell is... Was that... What is that? Hey, is anyone here? I've run into an identified... Thanks. Machine. No. Creature? What the hell kind of thing are you? Don't get any... Why aren't my bolts doing anything? Just don't get any closer! Any closer and I'll kill you! Ah! That's monster. Oh. Oh my god. That's the design? That's the... Holy! Okay. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't know if it was this. Puppy? I don't think it's a puppy! Can you do a fashion review? Goodness. What the heck? Oh my gosh. What the heck? I can't make sense of its design. Jeez. Oh. Bye. Before his eyes, the monster skewers the ruffian. It lightly unfolds its body like a stretch in the early morning. Eh? Monster. The boy is frozen in place, having long lost the voice to cry out. He holds only an ice-cold carcass, the blood of the dead clotting on his chest, reminiscent of a flower. Elliot, you're safe. Who are you? How do you know me? I know every last esteemed scientist of the Blaine Formative Technologies Research Institute. But none of you know what kind of plot this whole affair has been drawn into. I'm here to stop you, and here to protect you. Protect? You're already late. Too late. You didn't let your fine teacher's legacy fall into those conspirators' hands. You've done well enough. What do you mean, protect? You want to protect these? The blueprint? The sample? Not me, and not teacher! You're just like them. Teacher's dead. All the people who are helping us are dead too. You're all just fighting over this case. You... Advisor, we've confirmed 3 mercenary teams hired by Lords Amir across the map, as well as 1 Sarkhouse unit on a cliff outside the town. Affiliation unknown for now. According to our plans, we still have 7 minutes. I found 1 survivor, sample in hand. The evac route is secure. Converge in 3 minutes. Tell me, Elliot, the Voivre soldier you're carrying on your back, what did he die for? Shut up! Right now, you stand here, you live, and you carry what every mercenary here wants. The squad operated under the name Sand Soldiers, but in actuality, all that came to Sargon was a research team, and a typical security force from Tikaranto. Whether or not he persisted in his duty until the end, whether or not he paid mind to your safety until the end, didn't he entrust a deep responsibility to you? Whether or not because of your own immature temperament, are you going to make a total waste of all your soldiers' full efforts? I only need an answer. As long as I can ensure that this prototype blueprint doesn't fall into any Lord Amir's hands, I will not go out of my way to mind anything else. I hope for you to understand this. I alert. You still aren't willing to speak much. But I remember, the man on your back is Professor Thorne, Blaine Formative Technologies Research Institute, head researcher. He was not a true soldier, yet a true soldier is what he is. You... just put him down, or you could be buried together with him in the yellow dust. I trust he believed his death had a purpose, and you should not squander his sacrifice. No. He's already dead. No! This isn't your business! At least give him a decent burial. Monster. What's that ball of light? Lower your head. You want me to bury teacher in here? Professor Thorne is an old friend of mine. The situation is abnormal. We have no chance to more solemnly address his sacrifice. Every person's life is an endless war. On certain motives, his ancestors left Sargon. Wandering again and again, he found a life he could call his own. Yet in the end, he returned to Sargon's barrens. His cause, his just heart, his thirst for knowledge, all arrived at their terminus. Professor Thorne I knew was in no way unversed in life's affairs. Candidly, he confronted his own death, and until the very end resisted. Elliot, just put him down. This is respect for the deceased. Surely you understand, he wouldn't have wished to become a burden on your path. Okay. May his soul with the Lawn River return. Voivren? Are you from Voivre? May he, as the gravel, pass into eternal tranquility. May he ever hear his homeland's whispers. May he, at the other shore, meet the great waves. Our friend rests eternal here. he shall return to the boundless cycle of rebirth. As the woman bowed her head and prayed, it was as if the fire of war, too, paused for this moment. Time is running short. We've paid what respect we can. Now you must make a choice. Correct. There are many, but their formation is in loose disarray. As an armed force, they're not in one heart and mind. Before they find us, they'll make their own grave. I remember now. I remember I saw your face before. Somewhere, long ago. Teacher introduced you to me. I thought you were only a theoretical researcher. I remember. Your name is... Calcit? You have quite a good memory, Elliot. Jeez, the design. I was not expecting this design. Okay. Huh. Can we review the fit? Wow, okay. That is very well drawn. Outfit time? I can review the outfit later, guys. That is a very, very nice design, though. Goodness. The young researcher, Elliot Glover, pays no attention to the mysterious woman as she leaves through the door. I can't believe they never released it as a skin, that's crazy. In a daze, he gazes at the soil that half-buried his beloved teacher, the air scattered with dust. He thinks to himself, I haven't even the strength to cremate my teacher's remains. It leads him for an instant to mourn. Until the sound of warfare resumes once more. Oh, alright.
Allons-y alors.
Alright. Mission start. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Where's our box? Let's have Ramel here. Here's the surprise. Okay, and we've got Shamar. No, let's get Vulpes here. Let's have Vulpes covering this ground. Let's see. Let's get... So we have Cicero here, in case... We probably won't need Cicero, but just in case.
Medics here! Here!
And we have not had, Frostleaf here, so let's add Frostleaf. This is why I was saying, I don't think that anyone else has thought of this part, right? Wait, what? Frostleaf's only level 1, actually. Not sure if that's a good idea. How about Cutter, then? We need Cutter to sort of, block the exit, just in case. Alright, we should be good from here. We should be set there. And then... I think everyone's on block 2, so we should be okay there. This is probably the only stage Frostleaf can contribute to. Okay, fine. We'll let Frostleaf have at it then. Oh dang, she does have good range. Yeah, we'll have her helping here. We'll have her helping Cutter here. That works. We're fine. We're probably fine on DP.
The afterlife is crowded enough.
Welcome to Lord Star. I forgot that she was... Look, I love Lord Guards. That's just slightly different. It is different, isn't it? No, it's not. It's the same. Never mind. Alright, thank you for helping Cutter. I appreciate that. Alright. She's just still E1. I don't even think she's E1. I don't think she's leveled at all, actually. It's just a bit shorter because no E2. Oh, okay. That's why. That would make sense then.
Extend my edge.
Let's see. Maybe Shamar would be good here. That should be fine. Alright, we can probably speed this one up. We should be fine as we are here. Lord Guards have 1 tile short and E0. Noted, noted. Okay. What language do you have Shamara? That's a good question. I guess English. Alright. And if that's gonna be...
Extend my edge.
We'll just finish it here. There we go. Look, Frostleaf survived! That's great! Alright. 22 years ago. I was not prepared for this new model. Hi, Osako! So yeah, if you caught it, right? The little extra surprise here is for missions and stages. I actually have PRTS working. I don't think anybody has this. Maybe someone else has an outfit, but I don't think anyone else has PRTS. I didn't notice the finger tracking. That's a nice touch. I'm so glad I was able to figure that part out. Alright. 22 years ago. 3:09 p.m. Clear. If you keep it even on story, it seems like you're watching the story on YouTube. Does it track your cursor or an actual hand? It's tracking the cursor. But, I mean, that still makes sense, right? Because it's basically the equivalent. Alright. Central Sargon. Evelyn region. Advisor. Confirm retrieval of target, and before any other teams form up and cut us off, pull out of here. Understood. This is the op team. Advanced Ops Advisor has retrieved the Sand Soldier survivor along with target material. Acknowledged. Advisor, recon team has ensured the safety of our route. Alright then, let's go. Mr. Elliot, please kindly give that case to us. The boy tightly clutches the case in his hands. Advisor, leave him be. Pardon me, but we should confirm whether our objective materials are intact, and ensure no matter the circumstances, they're safe under our grasp. You think he'll run? No, of course. Alright, understood. Yes. Why did we stop? Seems we broke down. What's wrong? Caster, come take a look. Couldn't be out of fuel, right? Did nobody inspect before we left base? Who was in charge? J5 from the Stouthammer squad was on vehicle inspection, but they're all on the recon team. What should we do? Get in touch with them? Elliot. Huh? Keep that case safe and lower your head. What? What just exploded? Whoa! Recon team! Hey, can you hear us? Tell your casters to stop! It's us! Wait, it's us! Monster. That thing in your hand. The vigor rouses itself. No, don't be rash. Protect this child. What's happening? Weren't they with you? Here to help us? Stay alert, monster. Damn it! They split us cover to set the whole goddamn circus! Attention, Riverblade Squad! All members of Riverblade Squad! The recon team has overtly attacked us, scratching every clause of the contract. Caster Division, ready up! Snipers, confirm bearings and prepare to attack! You all copy. The Stouthammer Squad has turned traitor! Fight back! Open fire! The Barons, escaping an armed motorcade on foot isn't much of a sagacious choice. Stay here. This is the safest option. Did you plan this too? No. War can bring great profit to Columbia, but no one wants that profit in anyone else's pocket. Dividing up interests isn't just about size, and satisfying everyone is extremely difficult. As their advanced operations advisor, I've given sufficient counsel, including all betrayal possibility. Right now, there's a war going on outside. And you're just going to sit in here, unconcerned? I have to remind you, Elliot, you also sit here, receiving my protection at that. No, it's this box. They don't have the guts to attack us. I'm the one who's your protection, Visor. I don't intend to retort. They absolutely won't dare destroy an art's prototype that can convert half of Sargon's rainforest into barrens. Despite its disguise as an engine on an all-new power source. What are you going on about? Advisor, we can't hold out for much longer. We need to pull back immediately and change course. Please, bring the survivor with us. We'll ensure your safety. Understood. How many withdrew? Less than 20. Rich losses. Let me say again, Captain. Scores of our brothers just died. Thanks to them pulling a heel turn out of their asses in the middle of an operation. The company's gonna send people to wipe every last one of them off the goddamn map. I don't know about that. If the Stouthammers had this plan in advance, I'm worried the company hasn't gotten to the reach into Sargon. Maybe they made a deal with some Lord Emir, or maybe they just never... The advisor and the kid? Right over there. Let me talk with them alone. Advisor. Before we entered Sargon, I gave you the heads up. The military needed to light a fire in Sargon, and then wait for war to bring riches their way. Factories, mines, the arms trade. Every second of its existence, Columbia has been gnawing away at this ancient country, strengthening itself. So its military pulled a move, brought about the birth of the Sand Soldiers, had them bring scientific researchers into Sargon to carry out some tech support. But the Bureau doesn't take things that way at all. To be precise, it's the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Arts Units, and Originium, and its background desires that don't take things that way. Perhaps Sargon is a backwards, rotting country to some people's eyes, but its ancient wealth and power still suffices to command servitude of all the dust in its sky, to become the desert under the Empire's gaze. I have to say, the Bureau's viewpoint is correct. One portion of Columbia's people has grown narrow-minded with its ballooning riches and power. They mistakenly think they can cause wanton strife in Sargon without paying a price. Anyone Padisha's maneuvering is enough to influence those Columbian entrepreneurs' stock prices, yet they turn a blind eye to Sargon's vast might. The policymakers are free to be ignorant, and failure in judgment won't harm their core interests, but you yourself need to know just what it is you're doing. At least, you should know, this and your life or death are symbiotic. Vidishas are the Sargon Empire's chief governors at the core, there to control their Lord's Emir. Would they have anything to do with the company? You know what it is the company wants, correct? Certain high-ranking members of the military have seized some of Blaine Formative Technologies' principal shareholders, exporting these things to Sargon under unofficial cover in order to fulfill a deal with a Lord Emir. And what they truly desire is to employ these simple, crude methods to set off a power struggle within Ebut, because that will turn profit. But the Bureau believes that if the war spreads to the heart of the Empire, every money-making design will become fly ash. So the Bureau wants us to retrieve the target so as to stop the military brass from going a step too far. That I get, but the military's not stupid. It spies within the company. Perhaps you've already guessed who. Have bribed the Stouthammer squad to ensure the plans will remain in Sargon. And then a certain Lord Emir can set off war. They had the balls? Aside from the operation advisors that aren't me, all silently acknowledge the string of activity inside the company. The chief of business has no plans to stand on any side, allowing both parties to hold each other back. It might even bring in bonus gray income, after all. None of this is any kid's business. Elliot Glover, only 13 when he skipped a few grades and graduated, soon entering an academy for sciences, and taking up studies in originium technology. 3 years after, this young genius was picked out by Professor Thorne to become in all respects his personal assistant. Elliot is a member of the Sand Soldiers, a research team crowned as soldiers, who had no idea at all what awaited them in Sargon. They died tragically in the sandstorm without a single clue about anything, and none of us can deprive their last survivor of learning the complete picture. Fine, I get it. No skin off my nose. Now where were we? Oh yeah. Bureau and the military pressured the company, and then in Sargon, all the Lords Emir clashed. We were betrayed from the very beginning, and we jumped into this war knowing scratch all. Where'd they get the balls to do this shit? Now they've thrown us into the desert like garbage, who can still guarantee things will go how they want. The company never cared about what ultimately ended up in whose hands. Regardless of which of you survived to complete the mission, they'd still pocket a reward. To be precise, even if you all died right here, it wouldn't affect a single coin that falls into their pockets. Because the ever-eyeing Lords Emir and the Padishas would have helped you settle and follow up on things otherwise. It's only natural they brought in the chaos. The moment you were first drawn into Sargon by that enormous reward, you were already cornered. Sorry, advisor. You warned us out of the kindness of your heart, and you gave our op everything you had to. I respect you a hell of a lot more than I do those cigar munchers, all making up absolute shit at their meeting tables. But maybe we still have one other option. Right now, pull out your arms, advisor. I hope this decisive battle can preserve some dignity. You're going to kill her! Why not? That's what our original job really was, after all. Don't lose your head, mercenary. I know you've received secret orders from the chief of business, but I also trust you understand that right now, following things to the letter will only cut off your own way out. Yeah, you've always given me an omniscient kind of impression. The company sold us out. The chief of business sacked us like pawns. The Lords Emir, the Padishas, and the Colombian military are all itching to kill us and snatch the goods. But we're mercs, and that's just morning coffee to us. As long as I can still make bank, I have no shits to give. What a pity. I'm just the smallest fry in this whole whirlwind of crisis. But whether it's in the Bureau's interest or the military's, whatever. All that shit's making me dizzy. Even the company thinks you shouldn't hang around here any longer, advisor. This is a good chance. Good chance to make a senior advisor in Sargon disappear. Some folks paid me a lot of money, and I couldn't say if they were the same who bribed the Stouthammers. But none of that matters. I just want to ask you one thing. You've done so much. What was it all for, in the end? Columbia, Sargon, and perhaps Victoria as well. Uncountable powers all wrapped up in this. And though their lack of foresight led us here, all their innumerable machinations point toward one endgame. War. And war will bring ruin. I simply try to stop this all from coming, despite how weak my influence is. I don't know whether I ought to believe you. Maybe as long as I complete the chief's orders and kill you, the company will let us back in. Who would trust 16 mercenaries forced to hole up in a cave, a scientist boy assistant, and a mercenary company's operations advisor? Who would willingly sit down with them to discuss where millions of lives are headed? I'll give you one final heads up. Even if you make the chief of business happy, and make an obstructive advisor vanish in the middle of Sargon, it will not mean you can return home safe. Every hired hand in these yellow dusts believe you've made off with the final legacy of the Sand Soldiers, and they will only make the choice to exterminate a flock of Columbians who offended their Lord Emir's graces. After you kill me, you want to use Elliot as a bargaining chip. But would you have the leeway for a peaceful dialogue? No, you're right. I've got no chance of making any kind of deal with the people who just killed my brothers. I don't work with the big picture like that. Alright, you've convinced me, advisor. I'll put down my crossbow, and you get that, your pet out of sight a little. How are you going to proceed? If we keep working together, will you ensure we return to Columbia? Precisely the opposite. If you truly keep working with me, you will only add to the dangers you face. But at the least, I can plot a route for you, and help you stow away into Minos. This is the safest path. The safest path. And you're not even gonna go with us? My goals lie elsewhere. There's no way you'd say you prepped this route just for us, right? Don't misunderstand. This is just for those who can get out of here alive, regardless of who they are. Sounds a little like salvation, huh? There's a hint of arrogance behind that word. If you have any misgivings, just treat this as a deal. Alright, alright. Last time I didn't trust you, we ended up right in the frying pan. Maybe this time I ought to be a little smarter. This is a deal, advisor. I want to use both your lives, to buy the lives of me and the brothers I have left. 16 for 2, very cost-effective. Damn right, cost-effective. You saw this day coming from miles away, didn't you? Where are we heading? Where are we? I want to... There's a local place for dealings, which the local arms dealer and underground originium goods merchant all call the Reef Steep Black Market. When we find that market, its stowaways can help us out. What's on your mind? I'm thinking about... I just left Teacher's body in that makeshift. I should have... the blood and the screaming... Ugh. Advisors, hit the road. What now? Here's the map for the route the advisor gave us. Not just the names of all the towns, but any messenger stations we can use too. Can you guess how much this map be worth alone? Just where in the holy hell did she come from? Hell knows. But right now, she's the single straw we've got to grab at. Tear up all identifying marks. Can't keep using these Colombian cars anymore. We'll head to the closest city on foot. Should be about 30 kilometers. Then we'll rent a new ride and get out of here. And we escape just like that? I know what you're thinking, but we still aren't ready for payback. We'll hide out for a bit. Then we can go back, deal with all those traitors company side. Who's there? So you let the sand soldier go. Now there's a twist. Enemy raid! Snipers Leave 3 alive. Get the casters ready to grill them. Deal with all the rest. Have you calmed down some? Counting researchers, the sand soldiers were on the scale of 100 people when they left Granto. You just experienced a massacre. This may be difficult, but you need to return to form as soon as possible. Just what do you intend to do? Retrieve the art's prototype plans in your embrace. Assuming no mishaps, there should all still be an originium crystal sample in there. This will only delay the outbreak of war, but it will give us enough time. Enough to afford a few of my colleagues in Colombia the chance to try and change course. You hardly even know what that case could unleash. You can't! What kind of sick joke? This is everything the Institute worked for! Whether you trust me or not, I know full well just how important, how weighty, results paid for with countless lives are to a theoretical scientist. But I also know, if this thing, termed an advanced originium-powered arts conversion device, is given a different application, the sheer harm it can bring about. Ugh. Many were aware of this. Naturally, this included your teacher. You don't mean to say teacher knew we were doing wrong? How dare you suggest... So this is Sargon! The time-old charm of a country. Look here, at the heart of the wild-grown desert. No dependence on nomadic cities, still so full of life. It is, teacher. Huh? Elliot? Your mind's wandering. Come here, let me brush that gravel off your head. Thank you, teacher. Teacher, if you were this caring of the woman who tried to woo you, I don't think your family would urge you so hard to get married. Don't poke your teacher where it hurts, or else you'll be assigned to double next month's experiments. Teacher? Not much. Just something that popped into my head. The mountain range at the end of the barren lands, and the rainforest on the other side, must both be bursting with life too in their own ways. Totally unlike the barrens we're in. In that rainforest, could there reside people just as unlike those here? What kind of life do they lead then? How does it fare? The rainforest? Why all the sudden thought, teacher? Elliot, we believe our undertakings are for the benefit of ever more of humanity. For those still without the blessings of originium technology. But at times, the fruits of our research may not be implemented as we intended. Perhaps from the start, we chose a wrong path, excessively wrong. And when we realize it, we are powerless to redeem. Huh? Just supposing, provided a day like that dawned, we'd have to try and stop this all in its tracks. Mr. Thorne, No, it can't be. He was deceived, Thorne's research has been rigged from the start. The capital bounced around to land in his hands, disguised as an exciting investment in the new energy market. Perfectly unscrupulous, giving nobody any doubts. I'd warned him before, but perhaps the experiment's success and advancement made him put his own misgivings aside. No one is perfect, Elliot, but your labors will not become a catalyst of conflict and death. I came here to ensure that, and I need your assistance. Right. You have 5 minutes to gather your thoughts, and then we'll leave. Huh? You want me to go with you? You'd only die in the Barrens otherwise. I won't deny your gift for the mathematical and applied originium fields, but you don't even have the first idea what vegetation can offer you any moisture content. I don't want the last young one who knows the truth to so senselessly pass away in front of me. Of course, if you feel your calling is at its end, that you have no need to press onward, I can arrange for your refuge in the Sargon countryside. Just who in the world are you? Why do you speak of everything so downplayed? I'm presently an advanced operations advisor and arts instructor for the Western Security Company, Columbia. If I have to repeat myself once more to you, I am Calcit. 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 Look at this contract. What a beautiful signature it is. She mediated between Columbia and Sargon. She toyed with the Lords Emir and mercenaries in the palm of her hand. She said she came to prevent war, to prevent Sargon's self-destruction. What arresting ambitions. They weren't her truest thoughts at all. Her preparations profound, far-reaching, not to be known by anyone else, influenced the fates of many. And we can scarcely see how long the path she walked was, or where it led.
All done. Just as specified in the contract.
Goodness. I feel like that's kind of standard though, right? Is that, in side stories, the first chapter is usually the longest. Want to borrow passenger for funny test runs? In other simpler words, she's scary. Very fair. When did you want me to borrow passenger? Like, for the entire thing, or? It's a double whammy with Cal, fair enough. Up to you? I mean, if you think there's like a place where it makes sense, let me know. There's probably like 8 stages total. He came out in this event? Noted, noted. Friendly reminder, episode 14 has the same word count of The Hobbit. Goodness. Super, hello! Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Also, I showed this part earlier, but, there's also this little addition for stages. Where we have PRTS as well. But hello, it is good to see you, I hope you are doing well. Alright. Alright, we'll bring that back for stages. We have a tutorial? Okay. The new combat methods employed by these well-funded mercenaries demand extra attention during battle. Mobile tactical hangar. Okay. Oh! Interesting design. Fun reminder, monster that you saw couldn't fight Patriot alone. That's insane. We'll do a few, Jessica. Okay, Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Air support training. Okay. Time for the thing? Wait, what thing? What on earth? Okay. There's only one enemy, Melantha. Can handle this.
Understood.
Okay. The thing? Oh, don't hit. Oh, what? A drone? Where did it... This is a combat method particular to some mercenaries. In battle, they will call the mobile tactical hangar for air support drones to assist them in combat. Once the call is successfully made, the tactical hangar will dispatch an air support drone to make directly for the target indicator, based on the coordinates the caller gives. Air support drones will only begin assisting in combat once they reach the called coordinates, and will not move again after that. I'm alone. It's okay, Melantha. I'll come be your medic. Okay, so now I have to worry about targeting drones? So the drones are just gonna stay there. Okay, that makes sense. Irritating, but it makes sense at least. These drones are special? You can kill the drone? Wait. Like, Melantha can reach them, or? We held out. But why is the enemy drone gone? Mercenary organizations are relatively cost-conscious. Each air support drone carries limited fuel, and will automatically retreat sometime after launch. If they're all that stingy, wouldn't we be fine just leaving them alone? Though they won't pose any threat to the life points, they are exceptionally powerful while assisting in combat and are difficult to attack. For example, attacks from the fragmentation type air support drone deals physical damage in a radius, and can temporarily weaken allied operators' defense. Have operators skilled in anti-air combat shoot them down in advance, and some of the stress on direct combat can be alleviated. Oh boy. Okay. Treat them as any other drone? Noted. That is extremely irritating. Where's Jessica? Goodness. 3 out of 7, okay. Jessica, get over here! A mercenary called another air support drone up ahead. Melantha, I can come help you out. Thank you! I appreciate that. It's not gonna be... I guess this is the only range we have, so... Alright, let's just...
Give you a fall. You'll pay for that.
Okay, so we still have to have Jessica dealing with the drone, except the drone can keep attacking. That's irritating. So if it doesn't affect... The drones don't affect the life points. Okay, that's good to know. Oh no, you put her on the top instead of on the bottom.
I really did it? I managed to protect everyone by myself?
Alright. Noted. Alright. Let me see if I can get back to doing these. Tried to make her panic, but she's too used to my... Goodness. Alright, 40? 40, huh. How well... I want to try, but also Raul's not here, so that's not really fair. Alright. You know, we're still probably fine with Arknights. Let's give Angelina and Frostleaf 50 just so that they can survive. That would be nice. Try them out. Have that squad as one? I know.
The battlefield is a cruel place.
Let's at least give that to, yeah, let's, we probably don't need Steward. We're good with Ramel. Let's get Frostleaf up just so she can survive for this. And look, I'm avoiding my OCD with the leveling. I'll even it out later. And Durner's our only defense, so we should probably have Durner up there as well. Wait. Wait, Durner's E1. That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We probably won't need Steward, but we've got... Let's get... Make sure I'm doing this correct. Angelina, Frostleaf, and Shamar. That would be fair to them, I think. Yeah. Still avoiding my OCD with that. Durner skin. Yeah, no, I love it so much. It's so great. Angelina and Shamar are quite strong. Why not give him E2? E1 and Shamar gives her a very strong debuff doll. I haven't used them enough. This is just me trying to figure out my Volpo Knight strategy. You got to chapter 7, slowly catching up. Fantastic, Vessa. Fantastic to hear. Alright. And then, I guess we'll add passenger later on. This is probably fine for now. Alright. Make sure the ops skills are leveled up. Oops. Forgot about that. Oh well. Alright. 17 years ago. 3:09 p.m. Clear. Ursus. 147 kilometers northwest from the main course of nomadic city Chernobog village. From 22 years ago to 17 years ago. Okay. Oh! You look familiar. Maybe? Wait, maybe not. Hamlet. Quick, quick. The doctor says to get warm water. Where would we find warm water so easily? Ask Marfa. Ask if her family still has any water they boiled this morning. Emperor above, we beg you. Bless our old Dedushka. Excuse me, what's happening here? Who's the doctor you mentioned? Oh, who are you? Where did you come from? Your clothes mean you're from the city, right? Sorry. We're busy aiding someone right now. If you don't mind, come with me this way. At least you'll have a place to sit. It's okay. I came here to find that doctor, as it happens. What's her name? You're not here to... She's just a shady doctor. Do you have great trust in her? But she's all we have who can save our Dedushka. I beg you. I'm begging you, at least just for now. She's only a doctor here to save us. I'm not here to seize her. I just have a little business with her. Could you show me the way? I don't know if... I'm a doctor too. Perhaps I can be of help. Oh, even a burden beast would know you're a scholar, seeing your clothes. You can tell Dr. Calcit something first. Tell her student Lilia's here to visit her, and ask her if she needs any assistance or not. Ah, so you know the doctor's name, and you're Lilia, is that right? Good. Truly a wonderful name. Wait there for a moment. I'll go right now. Hey! Don't forget to ask Marfa. Bring warm water over. Grit your teeth and keep holding on. Oh, we're back to our normal clothing. Okay, noted. Ugh. Calcit. What's going on here? Attacked by a wild beast. This is just emergency treatment. Knife. Where was it? I can't find... Here, hand. An infected creature? Correct. Any risk of infection? Most infected creatures are cleaner than people imagine. By the tooth marks, a tusk beast roaming the vicinity. But if it's come into contact with active originium, infected creatures may have methods to coexist with pathogens, but humans do not. The situation is severe. This is not originium infection alone. Additional necrosis symptoms are present. Hurts so much. Calm down now. Deep breaths. Difficulty breathing. Likely thrombosis. All symptomatic of acute erypathy. But doesn't erypathy make crystals grow out of your skin? Our Dedushka's fine, see? isn't he? In certain circumstances, the source of infection ends up rapidly circulating through the blood, and won't present visible originium crystals like regular cases of erypathy do. Infection symptoms intensify within a short time, very quickly. If we don't suppress it via drugs... Emperor above, Emperor above. You've learned a lot. Syringes are inside the gray medical kit. Here, you carried a suppressant like this with you? There's always times of need. Wait, Doctor, is this expensive? Thinking about that at a time like this? It's affordable. You have no need to worry. Our top priority right now is suppressing your acute oripathic responses and prevent an originium crystal dust outburst. You don't want the others in the village to suffer because of you, correct? Ugh. Steady breaths. Relax. You'll be fine. All right. Doctor, I don't want to become infected. I'm very sorry. Suffocation. We don't have a respirator. We have nothing here, but that doesn't mean we can do nothing. Bring the inhaler over. Doctor, I'm begging you! Save this Dadushka of ours, damn it! The moment originium dust permeated his wounds, it was inevitable he'd become infected. And all I can do is strive to extend his life. Has the suppressant still not taken effect? Considering the patient's age, the suppressant itself was a tremendous risk. Hold your nerve. Breathing to stabilize some. Is he better now? Is his sickness gone? In terms of his acute symptoms, possibly. But if you mean his erypathy, we can do nothing. No one can do anything. How could this? And if the man from the patrol unit comes by, then just give me up. I only had so long left anyway. Infected? Fine, so be it. Just as long as you don't let the eggheads in here run their mouths. No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't. We just have to hide you. We won't let anyone find you. We'll all hide you safely. Doctor, thank you so much. Doctor, things may not have turned out the best, but we don't have much to repay you with either. This is merely a doctor's duty. The path ahead of becoming an infected is what you truly need to consider. I'm very sorry that circumstances couldn't permit me to do more. Suppressant is effective, but wounds are still infected. It may lead to worsening of thrombosis. We may have to operate an excise. Your judgment is correct. Good sir, please bear with us. Alright. Sorry about that, Lilia. Long time no see, Dr. Calcit. Long time no see. Let's walk and talk. Perhaps you're not enthused about conversing with me like this after that bloodbath, but from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad you're still alive. So after that, you hid here the whole time. From the hill over there, you can see out to Chernobog's skyscrapers. If it were me, I wouldn't opt to shelter so near a cityway. I'm only stopping over for the moment, nothing more. What have you been doing ever since? I don't wish for the hate between you to continue flowing unabated. In particular, it's a hatred that will not only cause one to find their own ruin, but will strongly attract direct reprisal from those murderers. You're telling me all this on purpose, aren't you? I won't deny that, Lilia, but... Dr. Calcit, you're leaving? It's... my student. No alarm. She came to pick me up. I see then. But, well, pick you up? Oh, Emperor above. You're going after all then. If you're going, please tell us. You cured my daughter, so at least let us send you off properly. I will. Alright. Alright, then we'll leave you two alone. You have to tell us before you go, please. Dr. Calcit, don't forget. The people here seem to like you. They've shown enough goodwill already. I've merely done my work as a doctor. They're the ones who live the true Ursus lives. We've spent so long in the Research Institute, there's plenty we've forgotten. Even positioning themselves near a cityway couldn't bring them opportunity, nor prosperity. Precisely the opposite. A tyrant official with subordinate power took hold there, exploiting the poor folk to offer the patrol unit yet more convenient soil. So they can't even find one run-of-the-mill doctor graduated from medical school. And one run-of-the-mill flu strain could kill a tender young girl. Your horizons are vast, yes. They always have been. You'd still treat a flu for someone? You thought I was a scientist who gesticulated at papers and data. To be honest, you're more a doctor than I even imagined. Perhaps I always was a doctor. What changes is only the treatment subject and the locus to contend with. It's why your students put so much faith in you. Lilia, how's your daughter? I left her with a friend of mine. She has no connection to all this whatsoever. You know how young she is. She doesn't even speak yet. She hasn't even begun to walk. And I left behind my child just like that. You could have chosen not to do this. If you wanted Louisa to live on, identity concealed. You should know what I think, Director Calcit. I just want to try and stop you. But if not even your daughter can stall your step, perhaps my words won't reach you either. That's right, I'm quite clear about that. Winter's so cold this year. Vampilov's father went mad from his son's death. He kept foul beasts penned in a loft by the lake, and every day would fantasize for a while he was going hunting with his son. Ilia's child, Ludmilla, she's still young, but already comprehends certain irreversible things. Nobody even knows how she's doing nowadays. And Romanovic, too. His family sold off their whole estate and left that city. Even if his brothers never believed in any accident, there were people to shut them up. And for even more, the police announced it was an accident down to the finest thing. In that list of accidental casualties, not a single person had left Chernobog's Research Institute. An experimental accident leading to a chain reaction, and reported identities of bodies provided by the military. But a kind of institution tells me some are alive. Intuition. Intuition? Because afterwards, all relatives of the victims, more or less, received anonymous aid as well as a warning. I don't think that spineless, incompetent Count Boris, nor Sergei, that traitor, would have any mercy in them. So, someone else who knows what happened has to have survived. But it took until today, 3 years later, before I found you, Director Calcit. It took until today. You hid so well, you even fooled the secret police's eyes. They rely too much on Ursus's latest technology for criminal investigation. It actually created an opening for me. Of course, you're a hailed genius. An incomparable research leader. That's why everyone embraces you so. Please tell me, Lilia, how many people signed on to your plan? 6 or 7, maybe even more. We don't dare meet together in public. We might be caught or used for leverage. That includes me. All things lost in that accident I can never have back. When did you start plotting all this? From the moment I found out the 4th Army's lackeys fired the first bolt in the Research Institute, mercilessly shredding the father of my children's throat. From that moment, I started. Lilia. Don't take me as a brave fool. Even if my health gives me so little time to work with you all, I've still accomplished one thing or another, such as... You found the whereabouts of Grand Duke Vanya, the Pine Valley retreat, situated beyond any nomadic city. Oh. And this former 4th Army staff officer was also highly likely to be a Grand Duke of Ursus, actualizing the sarcophagus incident. Perhaps right in the frailest, weakest position of his endlessly long campaign career. You want to conduct an assassination, Lilia, but this act of vengeance can still be considered bravely foolish. I can finally see why my husband, why that Astrov looked up to you so. But you must know, Lilia, assassinating an old Grand Duke will have no significance at all. Maybe from the start, Vanya, the man so decrepit he needs cardiac stimulant injections when he gives speeches, was not the real murderer. I know, Calcit, I know. But do you really think that when I entrusted Luisa to someone else, it was just for a rational ending? A so-called fair trial? As if you can't guess, Calcit. Blind revenge will only cause you to lack foresight. Calcit, perhaps you couldn't understand. Luisa never even learned to say Papa. You can sit. How long have you spent in here? Not worth mentioning. Lilia, you look awful. You need to rest. How did you find me? Just sheer chance. If not for sheer chance, perhaps I'd never learned you were still alive. Ludmilla. We didn't want our children coming to too much harm, so at first we planned to look for Ludmilla. But then, we learned from Ludmilla's housekeeper that someone was sustaining contact with them, aiding them. Someone anonymous. But she seemed to know it all, inside and out. Same Anonym had even set up a way for her to leave Ursus. It was then I was sure that some were still alive. And to my knowledge, very few could accomplish something like that. Have some tea. Here I imagined you'd be itching to ask about my business at the retreat. Lilia, I imagine the one who's really itching here is you. And you knew all along exactly where Vanya was. You're really just going to sit on the sidelines? You should know all the secrets he's holding on to. The true secrets have already been sealed for eternity in that research institute, thanks to Ilya's perseverance. Even now, the army hasn't been able to find a single scrap of the gains they were drooling for. And Grand Duke Vanya is incurably ill. He'll recuperate at I'm having trouble reading this much. He'll recuperate at Pine Valley every winter, provided you have any way to sneak into a so-called high-class salon even once. It's not hard to come by the information. He even brags all over about how the retreat is so beautiful and vast. Correct. There's no shortage of Ursus soldiers with outstanding service there. And of course, bureaucrats and nobles, too. Infiltrating it and assassinating a Grand Duke would be as absurd as you in Chernobog, charging into Count Boris's house with a knife, slitting his throat open, and then escaping again untouched. You're right. But for those bureaucrats and nobles, security in there is still weak enough to make people restless. I won't deny that, but how do you know that's not a signal, one that Grand Duke Vanya is no longer an important figure, or that his fate has already been set by certain people? I've told you, Calcit. What I want isn't a fair trial. To make it clear, what I long for is a lynching. Now's not the time to discuss justice or morality, Calcit. Only those who can rest easy at night enjoy using objectivity as a shield. Whether Grand Duke Vanya is censured by the military or the Emperor, it becomes a scapegoat. Stands the wrong side in political conflict, suffers banishment, is stowed away by the army. No matter what, even if he dies miserably at the in the end at the gallows, what business is that of mine? It was him who pushed for all of Chernobog to sink into deeper ruin, and all I know is he should pay the price. He should pay the price to us. He's the murderer who killed my child's father. Calcit! I'm listening. I've already figured out how to infiltrate the retreat, but I also need to admit, even if the security there is suspiciously weak, that doesn't mean that any of us can pull this off smoothly. I've found a breach. Someone who's been in charge of security at that Noble's Sanatorium for 30+ years, but hasn't had the guts to make much side money off it for fear of the Nobles. I prepared a large sum with my colleague's help. That complete life failure, who we all saw could retire any day, caved in instantly. We spent immense effort to gain his trust. I was simply the daughter of a country upstart, only willing to intern at the retreat to get close with some noble or officer. But you want me to help you? Yes, forging any identity has risks no matter what, but to my mind, the retreat and the information agency wouldn't be that tied up, so if even the secret police are fooled into thinking you're dead, then death will be your open road. In 1080, the sarcophagus incident's surviving scientist Sergei established a brand new research institute. In the same year, Count Boris vastly expanded Chernobog's industrial region. The Fourth Army's messengers, for the first time in history, found the Count's door was closed to them there. Ludmilla was still young, and Luisa was but one amongst countless children, so Calcit thought. She could comprehend that Lilia, as a mother, had complex, cruel expectations of these children. And after the Chernobog core city's engine underwent its umpteenth major maintenance, it still turned with a rumble. Oh my... Didn't even realize what we were up against here.
Stay frosty and keep an eye out.
Alright. Got it.
Che posto stupendo.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Ah! Half conscious here. Alright, Vermel, help me out a bit.
I'll be waiting here.
Ah! Goodness. I'm normally fine with it, but gosh. I don't know why. This one was just kind of difficult for some reason. What am I doing?
So
This is fine.
battlefield.
This is not fine. What am I doing? This is not
Give
fine.
me the order.
Oh my god. Frostleaf, please help me with one. Oh my gosh. I'm not handling things.
Let's chill down some.
No, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. There we go. There's Cutter.
The battlefield is a
It's all fine. Everything's fine. Alright. Where's... Okay, we're going to need to get Vermel back. Soonish. Oh wait, we don't... Okay. Well, no, that's not gonna help. It's not DP we're lacking. Ugh.
So much negotiation. Soon to tell.
All right.
Resentment have no place, but
I just need to get Vermel back. Alright, we're fine, it's all good. Thank you. Alright.
I'll be waiting.
I need reach to get through this. Also, maybe, can Shamar help here? Maybe? No. Where are you going to be? How does this work? Wait, if you destroyed them faster, then they can't summon a drone, right? Oh, jeez, I hate that sound. What the heck? That's awful. That's truly awful. Oh my gosh, can I get rid of you faster, please? That would be great. Oh, they don't go away even if... Oh. I thought if we destroyed the drone operator, it would destroy the drone, but no. Alright, good to know. Fair enough. We're gonna need another healer. Because I don't think...
Medics here.
Wait, Perfumer, which way? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. We should be good there. We're still... Okay, 29 and 44. That's fine, it's fine. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're fine. Why is it having us? Oh, okay. That would be why. Yeah, I don't think we can kill him fast enough. I just don't have enough wait, maybe if we have on skill? No. Okay. There just wasn't enough reach here. I don't think... Is this a... Those are not deployable tiles. It wouldn't have mattered.
Got it.
I can at least get it. Yep. I can at least hit you with range. That's good. Alright. We're fine. We're good. Volbo Knights is good. A little close call there, but all still good. Alright. Alright. Can we at least just, like... The problem is there's not enough range. He's going to... We don't have a choice. He's going to deploy the drone whether we can reach or not, so... That's fine. Alright. Okay. "17 years ago. Oh my gosh, please. Hang on a sec. Ugh. Okay. Yes, thank you. I appreciate the reminder. Oh, yeah. So many references? Yes, a lot of references, and I'm probably going to have to read this entire thing over again off stream. Because there is a lot being thrown over here. Make sure you get your water, not latte. Oh. Alright. 1:37 p.m. Clear. Just read the cliff notes? No! You know I don't do that. Normally we say lock in during gameplay, but now lock in for reading. Alright. Central Ursus, Pine Valley Retreat, Dining Hall. Okay. Oh! Oh! Now that explains... Why was that for the anime then? Okay. Yeah, why was that for the anime pack in that case? Can we do fashion review? Just an entire fashion review of just Calcit. You want this? I'm not saying you wouldn't. I'm just saying it's an interesting way of doing it, right? Anime pack skin can be anything. Fair enough. I thought it was always anime related. That's why I got confused. Alright. Sir, your coffee. Are you new? I am, sir. Then ask around about how I take my coffee. Bring it to me again once you let it cool. Damn feline. A feline! You disgusting wretch! I didn't go to war to have a feline take care of me. Get out of my sight! My utmost apologies, sir. This is my oversight. Please don't tell the head caretaker. I'll prepare it again for you right away. If you don't want to lose your job, you have 3 minutes to do it over, properly. Also, is something wrong with your eyes? If you don't know how to smile, I'll tear that face of yours off. Please don't. I'm very sorry to displease you. I'll go and redo it right now. Servants these days. Is a nice figure all they have to offer? I am very sorry, sir. Please do not get angry. It would be highly detrimental to your condition. Out of the way. Yes, very sorry. Oh. Miss? Hey, miss! Are you referring to me? Yeah, that's right. Miss, I saw the whole thing just now. Don't you lose heart. That's a patrol unit head. You know, you could say, People like that have no right coming to the retreat. He certainly isn't a noble. Does he not worry about offending others, acting so tyrannically? They say some count's very fond of him. Not just that. Coming here for his battlefield condition? I heard that's... Oh, bet he hasn't stepped foot on a battlefield in his life. I heard he helped the Count do some dirty work and got sent here so he could keep his head down. With a supporter like that, and with people like us, of course he lets all hell's bells loose. A Count. I never imagined a scoundrel like that could climb high enough to befriend a Count. That's how it is. Who knows when one day he'll be made some lord of somewhere, dressed all clean and fine and sitting behind some enormous desk. Ugh. Anyway, don't you get angry. Piss off people like that and you'll wish it was an Originium slug stuck to you instead. What on Terra is a fine young girl like you even doing, working out here? Never tell anyone I told you this, and don't go asking about it or else you'll get burnt. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Ugh. The next you see him, stay away a little. Heaven knows what he'll do to you. Ugh. Is that the new doctor? Calcit. Doctor. Oh, so you know each other. Then I'll get out of your way. Definitely not break time after all. Take care, and don't let the head caretaker see you. She cares a lot about us newcomers. She's a good one. You're right, Dr. Luisa. I cannot let her down. Okay, wait. Okay, is this... Are they... Yeah, okay, codename. Codename. Will you still be busy with work in a bit? There's some things I'd like to tell you. Apologies, Doctor. I still need to brew a new cup of coffee. If that Count's pet doesn't continue to pick bones with me, I'll find you right after. Alright then. Remember to be careful, Calcit. Dr. Luisa? It's just us two right now, Calcit. You should be using an alias. Luisa, borrowing your daughter's name. A disguise of that level is purely for humiliating the secret police. In their eyes, I am already dead, and after this incident, I'll leave Ursus, and may not be able to return for a very long time. Nobody will know the Grand Duke's death was a murder. Next time they come to the Grand Duke's side, they will only discover that in his old age, his breathing stopped. Will Ursus technology not be enough to analyze the poison you've made? At present, I assure you this exceeds their understanding of what a poison is. For how many years can your knowledge stay ahead of Ursus, Director? The Empire's progress has already surpassed what I imagined, but these are not details we need to discuss right now. Lilia, your hoped-for arbitration can only end in this way. None of you have the means to seek further revenge. It is unreasonable. Only the paramount Emperor of Ursus would be capable of erasing the Grand Duke's honor, significance, and all else. I know. Good. In that case, is this the place? Yes. We have no idea what Grand Duke Vanya is chronically afflicted with. But I found out from the head caretaker that every afternoon at 3, Vanya will leave his own monitoring room and come here to relax. He sunbathes here until sunset. When he has the occasional guests, he'll have his dinner right here with them. There's no way we can get close to the Grand Duke's room, but as for here... We're standing right here. Yes. But he won't be without his bodyguards. The whole corridor will be sealed off when the time comes. Apart from any guests cleared to be with the Grand Duke, only his medical advisor, as well as the servants, are allowed to enter this area. Even so, the Ursus nobles won't permit the workers to come to this balcony freely. We've already waited for long enough. The longer we spend, the riskier this gets. I understand. There has to be some gap. There has to be an opening. The Grand Duke's medical advisors work in shifts. so it might be me before we know it. Today, or perhaps tomorrow. Lilia, tell me the truth. After the Grand Duke dies, what will you do? Why ask this now? We should be focusing on what's before us. I'm hoping you can answer me with reality. Before we reached Pine Valley, I received one final letter from Vampilov's family. Sergei is still diligently serving Boris, and the city has changed course. Perhaps this is the start of something changing. They killed so many people, yet their conscience is still so clear. They rest so easily. You found out about Sergei's betrayal. But no excuse can bring back the dead. Sergei can't offer any further scientific assistance. Perhaps in a few years, they'll formally call a halt to the project. And then, I just sit back and watch Sergei and Boris continue to collude, to trample over everything? Though Grand Duke Vanya will be dead, you don't plan to stop. There's no way I can pardon Sergei. The first time I met him, Astrov was drunk, hugging me so excited, telling me all about how he had such upstanding, excellent colleagues. He looked forward to this project like no one else, and I supported him. I supported him with all I could. Even up to now. Director Calcit, you know everything, don't you? If you won't speak up, I'll return to Chernobog. I'll settle things once and for all. Vampilov's family have an escape route to Sami ready for me, but maybe I wouldn't get the chance to hitchhike with any messengers. And you... I do plan to. Of course. I'm very well aware. I'm setting myself alight. So, Calcit, no matter whether you plan to confess all the facts to me or not, at the very least, there's one tiny thing I want you to agree to. I know I'm doing something insane right now, and I know maybe you're the one in the right. But right now, I only have one request. Look after my daughter. Look after Luisa. The next generation doesn't need to inherit the hassle of hatred. Even if nobody can escape this cycle in the end. At least promise me, Calcit. Look after her. If you can, please look after Ludmilla, too. Dr. Luisa? Dr. Luisa, where are you? Here, please wait one moment. Calcit, I promise you. This is simply a mother's final wish. I will see Luisa grow up. Thank you. Astrov, the last time he held little Luisa's hand, he told me something, half-jokingly. He said he hoped little Luisa would become a medical researcher just like me, and when Luisa was old enough to go to school, he'd hoped you'd be her very first teacher. I see. Those were the very last words he said to his daughter before he suddenly went to the institute that night. Oh, Doctor, here you are. Perfect. If you were here any later, the head caretaker would have gone ballistic. Doctor, what's got your eyes all red? Did something happen? Nothing. What's the matter? It's time to make rounds. I wasn't even paying attention. Right, I understand. Is there some kind of commotion over there? Yep, seems an old nobleman's come from far off. Don't know for what. As long as the days go by smooth, that's what matters. Hello? Excuse me, we're currently making rounds. It seems you weren't on the list of scheduled visitors. Can I ask who you are? Just an Ursus citizen here on a whim, looking to meet an old friend. Do carry on, madam. I hope I don't bother any of you in your work. Wait, are you off? No, old friend. I'll see you again in a bit. You should be more mindful of your health with winter here. Don't set off that asthma of yours. As you were, madam. I'll be waiting in the hall. He's... Minister Witt! Do watch out. Oh, sorry. The Grand Duke didn't know you were visiting. It's our negligence on the job to blame. As a token of apology, the Grand Duke would like you to have dinner with him. We hope you understand. The Grand Duke is ill, and if not for that, he would have greeted you himself. I'm sorry. I'm greatly sorry. What's wrong with you? In the presence of the minister. Oh, nothing. Just some alcohol spilled on the bed sheets. Calm down, madam. What happened? I'm sorry. The cap on the isopropyl bottle was too tight, and I applied too much force. You could have just asked someone else to help. Sorry. So sorry. I'll go and fetch a towel right now. Poor her. As for the Grand Duke's invitation, I do regret that my messenger is still waiting for me. I can't stay so long. Do pass a message on to Vanya. Tell him to rest up with peace of mind here. Though he should remember also that this is a meritorious place for those our majesty gives favor, and not another social hub for the nobility to mingle in. Got it. If you could just hold on, the Grand Duke will be very sad to hear. This is official business. If I have to choose between our majesty and the Grand Duke, I'm forced to wrong the Grand Duke Vanya. Ugh. You should have spoke sooner. If that's so, the Grand Duke will surely empathize with you. May your road be evergreen. Send him my regards. Dr. Louisa, what's wrong? Calcit, who is he? Viscount Islam Wit. You recognize him? Ursus's new Minister of Finance, a fresh noble with deep favor from the Emperor. It's alright, Dr. Louisa. I have only surface knowledge of his character, and I don't know specifically how he made his fortune. But what I do know is, he is a present pillar who the Emperor of Ursus has personally assisted. And young elites like him can only have their sights set on the whole of Ursus. To the wave of crisis crashing against the Empire, the crisis of Chernobog are mere tiny ripples. Even a Grand Duke of Ursus. Hold on. The Minister of Finance came to Pine Valley, yet has no armed entourage? Oh, I don't think so.
Very well done, Doctor.
Oh, goodness. Ryan, Relics, and Yoriku, hello. Yes. New outfit for 6 months. Goodness. Alright. Gosh. There's so much. Oh my. My boy Wit, a minister suspiciously walking around with no guards. Goodness. You're right, there's so many references, there's so much going on, there's so many characters. Goodness. Oh. Let out your breath, Star, you've survived another yappening. I can help with that after stream. I'm probably not going to be able to do this after stream. I think it is very, very overwhelming, and I'm very overloaded. I do appreciate your help, but I will have to take a rain check on that. The intro blurb said Cal left traces everywhere. Of course, there's a ton of references. I mean, that's fair. Yes, that's fair. Hoi! Alright. Goodness. It's been like an hour per stage. That's insane. Oh gosh. This is pretty much the very first prequel episode, not including anthology like Vigilo. Look on the bright side, there's a step towards Babel, and you get to unlock a zebra. I don't know what that means, and I don't want to know. Walk in the dust, more like a dusty throat. Make sure to take some rest afterwards, Star. I can only imagine you didn't sleep long prepping the new outfit and all. You could say that. You could say that. Look, I really wanted to do this. I really, really wanted to do this for you guys, so it was worth it. It was worth it. Goodness. Looks so good. Thank you, MG. I'm so glad you think so. I'm so glad you think so. Gosh. 07 Vessa's sanity? Why Vessa? Why Vessa's sanity? Wait a minute, hang on here. Why Vessa's sanity? Alright. Exceed, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Alright. Let's try this. We can still... Arknights can still do this. This is fine. He's constantly screaming at you to rest and care, but you don't listen. Shut. Oh. Alright. When will you be ending stream? That's a great question. It depends on how much further this goes through. The thing I mentioned earlier was the message I sent you earlier today. Oh, wait. Did you want me to look at that on stream? Or after stream? I thought you meant for after stream. As someone with an erratic sleep schedule, what are you, the sleep police? Yeah, it depends on critically absent damage, absolutely. It depends on how... I mean, if it goes the same way as these other two did, probably the last stage. Yeah, KLMX, was that a stream thing, or was that for after stream? Because I can check it out after stream if it's okay to do that. But you let me know. Alright. We're gonna jump in. We're gonna jump in with Arknights. If that sounds good. But if KLMX needs something, I don't wanna... are we okay? We should be alright? The team is so uneven. Gosh. Alright. Oh, skills, thank you. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. Let's see. Angelina probably for skills would be good. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. We should be... Oh man, some of those earlier ones we might not be able to... Alright, let's see if we can get to 4 on everybody. Let's see. Who else did I previously have at... probably Shamar. Wait, what am I... What? What am I doing? Okay. Sorry, I'm like not handling confusion well, clearly. Okay. I was behind by 90 seconds? I meant on stream? Huh? Wait, I'm sorry, I'm really confused, KLMX. Let's see here. Okay, Shamar, Angelina, I guess Frostleaf as well would be guys. Shamar needs to be E1 to unlock the important skill. I don't know what that is right now, but I'll keep that in mind. Star's confused, we have a stream. Goodness. I can't really bring up messages, on stream right now, Calamex. Is it okay for after stream? Is that alright with you? Wait, do you want... I mean, Shamar's second skill is no fun allowed for the enemy that is. Did you... I don't know if I even have the proper materials for... I probably do, but I don't know. I mean, these are all support, and I don't know how much I have in support chips and everything. It is, but it may have been something you would have wanted to look at on stream. Okay, I understand, what you're saying. I can't really... I don't have stream set up right now to show Discord. So, I might have to do it after, if you're okay with that, if you're alright with that. But let me know, because I don't want to mess anything up that you had plans for or something. That's fine? Okay, okay. Alright. Let's jump in. See where things go next. Alright. 13 years ago. Okay. 8:09 p.m. Heavy snow. Victoria, Border Autonomous Region, County of Toron, Vincent Manor. I don't think I've seen Victoria before. Oh. Oh. What a splendid bazaar eve. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. Please come in. Allow the servants to brush the snow off your tops and thaw yourselves by the brazier. A good evening to you, Count. Truly a magnificent soiree this is. Welcome, welcome, Lady Diana. To meet you on the eve of the new year is my honor entirely. Nonsense. Now take a look, Count. I've a present for you all the way from Kazimierz. What a beautiful pendant. My greatest thanks, Lady Diana, and send my well wishes to your husband. Now hurry along inside. We can't have the snow burying your gorgeous looks. Ha! You speak as fine a line as ever. Oh, look who's here! If it isn't our Baron of Rye! I could never shoulder a title as hefty as Baron, but here I am anyway, the pure nerve. See what you're saying! We all respect you from the bottom of our hearts. Who spurns the man who feeds his people well now? Ha ha! Ah, you're quite right. Once harvest comes next year, I'd be honored if you visit my humble home. The tallest windmills in Toron, the scent of flower everywhere. Estee sure to enchant you, if I do say so myself. Quite good. This blizzard shall pass, and next year we will come trotting in right behind it with fine, fine harvest. My gratitude for your kind words. Head in and warm yourself up now. We're serving the spiced bread you love so tonight. Of course, baked with most exquisite, fragrant flour, all sourced from your farms. How about you? Won't you come in? It's almost time. Let your good servants welcome the remaining guests. Perhaps you speak sense, but no matter. I'd like to greet my invitees personally. They're all the most adorable people, whether noble or merchant, cleric or soldier. Toron is a fine, fine place, isn't it? Why, you character, you. Now, let me see. We still have the Mr. and Mrs. Arizona, that admirable lighthouse operator. Ahem. I'd heard from my most venerable fellow student, that gifted orator Thompson, that he had recently taken ill, and I couldn't brook the thought of him facing a blizzard for a banquet, hence my specifically sending for a messenger to send him my well wishes. And yet, imagine my surprise to see what seems to be a sneaky darling of a messenger right here. Here. Ah! Mistress Heidi, how long since we last met? Uncle Vincent, don't ruffle up my hair. I had to spend so long making it. Fine. Ah, little Heidi, you've grown so much. What a dashing lady you are now. However, your father never sent word you'd be arriving today. Be candid with your uncle now. Have you come on the sly? And I say, you're still quite young. If your father saw your dress tonight, you'd be in for the nag, wouldn't you? Uncle, I'd hate him nagging at me. That's why I slipped off in the first place. I heard you called out a gallery of VIPs and bright minds tonight, and I couldn't help my curiosity. Not to mention, my papa always wants me to broaden my scope, get out beyond the classroom, and isn't this the finest opportunity? And you swear you're not here to see the boys, hoping for a chance meeting? You know, your father's told me, you've been absorbed in all these tawdry romance novels lately, and it's been worrying him so. How could I? I'm not such a naive girl now. Your father worded it very well. Romanticism is all in well, but writing aiming to be consumed, pulling wool over the truths of life, so as to curry favor with readers and wring the last drop of worth from its material, there's nothing of value in it. In that regard, all of Torren ought to be learning from your father. Uncle, let's drop the subject now. I feel embarrassed hearing this. And honestly, my papa, telling people off left and right when he was young, and in the end he made himself a businessman, made himself a huge fortune. The old guard in the association constantly joke about him. It drives me mad. Some things up life's sleeve you just can't refuse. Oh well, imagine Thompson did it for you two ladies. Back when he was younger, he'd find any chance to grumble about his unrecognized talent to me. How's his health been lately? Just his chronic pains. Once winter's gone, he'll be live and well as ever. So you availed yourself while your parents couldn't watch you, made off with your mother's clothes, and came to join the festivities? Right, no. I came on educational purposes, just as my father guided me. Heidi. How about you just never saw me? You've been quite too headstrong this time. Look at this awful snow today. Just suppose something had happened to you on the way. How would I ever explain it to your father? Well, Uncle, you see, it's so late now anyway. I just can't find a car and head back now, can I? Oh dear, child. Quick, in. Don't you freeze now. Hooray! You're the best, Uncle. But who are you waiting for? Is there still some guest noble enough to wait like a snowman at the door? Quite. An outstanding Laterano cleric. Last year, your aunt caught some illness unawares, had a fever that wouldn't abate, and it's thanks to that cleric that it vanished. We struck up Concord afterwards, and I paid frequent visits. This cleric's not just fine with medicine, but has original views on all walks of life. Truly a mind-opener. Huh, well, if you vouch for them like this, they must be really incredible, right? But of course, if a person of those talents could swear loyalty to the Vincent family, it'd bring a deal of vigor to building the local land. I even had every intent to invite that cleric along as a friend on my journey to Londinium. And your aunt would have appreciated the diversion, but would you know our rotten luck? Out on business. So today, mark my words, I'll be introducing this insightful scholar to one and all. Uncle, is that Laterano cleric a gentleman by chance? A refined, mannerly sancta, maybe? on the older side, or... There it is, you little scamp. Swearing your pure intentions, even. Just asking. Don't get too excited. She's a meritorious woman, and she isn't a sancta. Very rare to see, but all suggest she's a feline cleric. I truly do appreciate people like her. Uncle, I didn't hear any of that, and I won't breathe a word to Auntie. You can cross my heart. And what silly ideas have you gotten? I really ought to make Thompson give you a proper word or 3. My apologies, Sir Vincent. My goodness. Might I have arrived late? Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Jeez. We've got an outfit for every type, huh? We've got an outfit for every type. We've got like the... Oh my gosh. We've got Strong Warrior in the desert. We've got maid. Now we've got beautiful butler in a suit. Okay, you can't not love a girl in a suit. That's very, very well designed. That's very good. That looks great on her. Oh, goodness. An outfit for every occasion. Oh, why now? What? This doesn't make any sense. Why are we back in Sargon?
And keep an eye out.
Ah! Alright. Wait, where's my gate? Oh, there's 2. Ah! Alright.
Che posto stupendo.
There's gonna be 2 gates. Fine, fair. Why are we still in the desert? Shoot, where's... That's where the drone is going to come from, right? So... I can't tell what's... No, that's not efficient. What makes the most sense? I suppose this would, actually. Yeah, that could make sense. Should also see what else is going to come from the other side here. Alright. I'm trying to think. It's probably gonna be the... Alright, let's have Cutter on the other side, just in case.
The battlefield is
Just so I don't get thrown off by something. For a second, I was like, where's Slopsis? I'm like, oh right, Slopsis isn't a fox. That would make sense. Oh, great. Oh, fantastic. For defense, increases the defense of enemy units within range and slowly recovers their HP. Great. Great, great, great. We're probably gonna need Susuro here. Do we also have, great. The one time I actually needed Steward. All right. Shimera, I need your help. I mean, not Shimera, Suzuran. Getting confused here. Not Shamar, Suzuran. Alright. Okay, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised. Okay, let's get rid of this guy as fast as we can so we don't heal up. That would be great. Okay, good. Let's get rid of this thing. And it's still going to, you know what? Okay. Oh, I see. I see what it's doing now. Oh, great. All right, well, we can get rid of that soon. Fast, right now. Down. Good. All right. Let's see what else we... Actually, maybe, would Angelina be good here? Maybe. I feel like we're just gonna need a lot more, supporters, so let's try...
Gently landing.
Now we have... Okay, wait. Inflicts heavy damage with their tactical axes. The armor they wear provides them with bonus resistance when blocked. Ugh. Alright, maybe that was the wrong side. Huh. Well, let's see how much we can do here then. Get rid of these guys as fast as we can, right? Probably the best so that they're not blocked. Unfortunately, we're facing the wrong way to make this help. Actually, wait. Should we? 14 out of 30? Let's see. They're going to... Okay, no, this is fine. That is not as fine. But if... Okay, Vermel's on skill. We can get rid of this drone. It should be fine. And... Actually, wait. We can probably... Nope. Let's just get rid of the drone. And Cutter can probably do this on her own without skill, just in case, if we need to save it. There we go. Alright, we're fine here. And let's get rid of the drone. There we go. Alright, should be okay. And Cutter can probably use this. This is within range. I always forget if this works or not. Okay, that's fine. Let's just get rid of this. Done. Because we don't have a way to get rid. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Timing's fine. We're good here. All right. And I think there's probably going to be one more set, but that's okay. We're still doing fine. Cutter is extremely helpful. I'm very grateful for that. And is there gonna be one more big guy, or is it just gonna be small dogs? It's just small dogs, really? Okay, fair enough. Alright. And Cutter can finish that. Brutal. Goodness. Alright. You can check skills ranges? Do not tell us later that we never told you? You can check skills ranges? Yeah, when you hover over it, right? Clara Calcin, you're finally here. Your mode of dress. I was deeply honored by your invitation, but with sudden matters to attend to, the monastery could not prepare suitable evening attire for me. They found only this outfit buried in the storeroom. I hope you shan't mind. Oh, quite naturally I shan't. I'd go so far as to say your attire is utterly, formidably gallant. Heidi, you don't just stand there. Here. This is Clara Calcin. Give her a greeting, and then hurry inside, quickly. Heidi? Miss Heidi, it's good to meet you. I'm Heidi. I know it already. An adorable name. So, you're, Clara Calcin, is that right? I often hear my uncle mention you. The pleasure is mine. Clara Calcin, I imagine you know Mr. Thompson, too? Quite. This is Heidi Thompson before you, that strange fellow's daughter. I see. Your father is a person worthy of respect. Right then. Do come in, cleric. Thank you again for your generosity, Sir Vincent. Oh, did you know the Count went to Londinium? Have you ever been in that city before? Don't remind me, I once had everything packed up ready, and then a catastrophe messenger came trotting along to say, the road ahead's blocked, you all go back. I was beside myself returning home, immediately had a great bout of illness. Oh my, how dearly wretched. Is that auspicious poet coming today? I have a few works I wrote in private, and I'd hope he could do me the honor of appraising them. Perish the thought, have you forgotten just how many manuscripts from thinkers Thomason's torn up in front of the Count? Oh, I remember. Thomason's ruthless, he even said himself. The clash of ideas ought to be a ruthless thing. Truly frightening he is. It's not a be-all or end-all to show off. My, but the charm's all in young men like that, isn't it? Metal to test, romantic and free. Of course, I admit, I once admired Thompson for those qualities. But in front of the Count, Thompson still can't shake off his own deliberate arrogance. Deliberate? Thompson? Isn't it obvious? He regards our esteemed Count, after all. Forget just nobility and status. In these last years, the Counts govern this land with perfect order. It's plain for all of us to see. Oh, Torrens not his land and name, mind. It's for all of us to manage, but I'll admit the Count deserves his reputation for leading. I do have to respect the man. And lest we forget, he's had multiple invitations from the gatherings of Londinium. Don't you think our little place, allow me to admit our border situation, deserves some sense of pride? Ha, nobles. My, let's not make the topic so stiff. We're all people of Victoria, aren't we? Ha, people. Ever since that outrageous hanging, we can barely claim to know whose people we are. Simmer down. We all regret our Majesty's departure. But we can still drink a few toasts today here, see? In other words, today's a happy day. Don't bring up anything so frightful. Look, here comes the Count. I overheard your conversation. Very intriguing, Richard. I'd much like to take a look at your writings. Oh, poppycock. Good Count, in comparison to you, my little effort pales like a man under a skyscraper. That's right, Vincent. Hurry and tell us of your trip to Londinium. Let us all hear it. Who did you meet? Any Grand Dukes of living legend? In due time, everyone, in due time. The night has just begun. Don't forget, today is a day of festival celebration. Allow me to introduce to you all two special guests of ours. Cleric Calcit, do come. Good evening, honorable guests. Allow me to give my most sincere respects to you all. What now, by your appearance? My, you're a lady? Oh, what a mighty shame. Excuse you. I think that's not much of a shame at all. Cleric Calcit, good evening. Oh, Cleric Calcit, I believe I remember the Count speaking of you. I hear you treated his wife and so garnered his good favor. With regards to the Count's wife, that was no light affair. Do tell us about where you're from. Laterano clerics who aren't Sancta are so rare. My, let alone one so charming as you. Beautiful miss, where do you come from, and where will you go? Aren't I the one asking? Don't you interrupt. The Count gives word that you're a pillar of talent. Do you have any inclination for philosophy or the arts? Any unique insights, perhaps? You flatter me. It was only chance I aided the Count's wife. I have the distinction of his recognition, that is all. Oh, if you're familiar with the Count, surely you know Sir Thompson too, then. Of course. Sir Thompson is a rarity of a scholar in Torren. I often hear the Count talk of him. And things couldn't align better. Servant, please fetch the wine I brought. I wish to have a proper causerie with the Count and the cleric. Don't you dominate our soiree, you egomaniac. Can't we all just chat about something fun? For example, that fashion walk in Londinium. Fine by me. Everyone, just let me rest my legs for a while here. I'll be soaking in the knowledge. Now, aren't you a lazy one? Your estate would be doubled by now if not for that. 3 wineries still isn't enough? Oh, right, you mentioned you had another guest. I don't know if... Good evening, Misters and Misses. Heidi, what are you doing here? Little Heidi, you're very prettily dressed today. Pastor Thompson, I fear for all my life it's children alone where I'll never compare to him. Now, Heidi isn't even of drinking age. None of you hand her a wine glass. Servants, if you could pour her a cream soda. Don't always treat me like a child, Uncle Vincent. But drinking laws are drinking laws. Your father specifically warned me. After all, you're at that age. All right. Strike the cream soda and replace it with ginger ale. I don't need you to coddle me like this. Little Heidi's eager to grow up. It's sad. No father wants to see his daughter grow up this quickly. I was like that at her age, too. Only wanted to buy some jewelry, and my father gave me a ton lashing for it. Even if you won't let me drink, at least, can I join the dinner party? Let's see. I'll sit right here. It would be my honor, Miss Heidi. Allow me to hold your hat for you. No need. I'll be fine with it on. Good then. Heidi, don't forget that you came here tonight in secret. In a while, you be good and sleep for the night upstairs. You dress very much like your mother, girl. But right now... Ugh. Clara Calcit, do you think I'm still a child too? To you, I see no reason why it should matter. Let me pour your glass for you. Here's your ginger ale. Thank you. Is it to your liking? It's actually quite a nice drink. Oh my, there's no alcohol in ginger ale, is there? What's gotten your face red? The girl's wary of strangers, it's nothing new. Come, friends. Seeing as we're all present, let us officially begin. You're most correct. The height of Lithanian's arts captures all hearts alike. But those Lithanians are far too pompous about themselves. What affords them to look down on us? Lithanian? Oh, Lithanian. They've had too much misfortune. I haven't stopped hearing Witch King stories since I was a baby. Who knows if the twin empresses will have managed to sort out that king by the time I visit this place? Who would visit knowing the terror of the Witch King? Unlike the monarchs who ascended young, the Witch King became emperor at nearly 50 years of age, and then governed Lithanian for many more. Undoubtedly, the Witch King is the greatest caster in all our lands. He turned himself into a freak of nature. He's just like those horrible stories depicted him. His horns all bent into strange shapes, emitting this strange energy. Oh, I've never seen the Witch King shown in a newspaper before. Ugh. Sorry there, the wine's just too fine. But I have seen photos of the twin empresses, come to think of it. One gleaming gold, one dark as night. Lithanian is in flux. Presumably, the Witch King rarely leaves his tower. From start to finish, he's gazed disproportionately at Lithanian. And even when he grants an audience, it's as he casts a grand shadow from atop his tower. Yet the last time he touched the ground, he was morphed beyond recognition. His wretchedness, his two horns, cut off by the twin empresses apiece, drew true signs of lament. The full picture of that coup d'etat is still unclear to us, but to my knowledge, even our most heroically adored wanderer would never match the Witch King's true strength. This being why, when the Empress's voice arrived at Victoria, escorted by the knights, the Grand Dukes were all still willing to suspend their quarrels and treat each other with respect. Pardon? It sounds as though you've been to Londinium before? I arrived from there. It was a local sancta's enlightening me that led me on this path. Calcit, didn't I say? These are all wonderful friends of mine. See just how popular you are? Truth is, I have a girl about the same age as you. She only knows how to splash my hard-earned money away all the damn day. How nice it'd be if she could learn from you. Getting to know you tonight has been a truly wonderful time. Can I ask if you're still single, dear Calcit? Clara Calcit! Oh, Heidi, don't come in so randomly. You should be heading upstairs to turn in about now. Allow her to speak, Count. In this day and age, children are always much more mature than we imagine. Clara Calcit, can I ask if you've been to Ursus before? Oh, that nation rife with rebellion and violence. When I was studying abroad, I spent some time at deity Grifferberg. Are you interested in Ursus? Yes. Papa once gave me a few books to read, by an Ursus author. Ursus only ever produces two kinds of arts. Raucous sensationalism, or true eternal grace. If Thompson liked it, chances are it was the latter, wasn't it? You lot really do trust him. Papa really put him in high esteem. He even wanted to go to deity Grifferberg himself to visit him, but business always meant he had to put it off. And this year, with his old injuries flaring up again, he wasn't able to go. Your father was injured? That's right. He broke his knee, and then put off surgery for too long, so it's not fully treated. I warned him. No idea what happened last year. He came scrabbling back with wounds all over, and all he'd say was he ran into a robber and dropped off a cliff. Wasn't interesting in saying much else. Do you want to go to Ursus, Miss Heidi? Now that won't do! The death of the last emperor and the rebellions had a profound effect on the country. Should you want to study there, you'd do well to wait a few years first. I'm just talking about it. What impression do you have of the country? I'll tell you a story. It's the story of how Ursus's 6th army were annihilated, without a trace, by a bottle of vodka. Well, this rumor doesn't sound plausible at all. When an event is boiled down to its cause, its conclusion tends to sound unexpected. We're all used to the process, aren't we? That does make sense. It began with a ruffian from the army collecting rent in one of their garrison regions, and without realizing, he menaced a noble. That act fermented the whole way through. The 6th army then were always considered utterly corrupt. The old noble's power rooted too deep, while the 5th army were unconditionally obedient to the young emperor and the brand new state council. We have no way to know for sure who fired the first shot, but as for the outcome, the 5th army ultimately seized the chance to revolt, and in between two cities' paths, started a direct firefight with the 6th army. The prologue to the Great Rebellion comes in many editions. I've definitely heard a few things of the 6th Army's varied deeds. They fought just like that? If it were that simple, then it wouldn't have been dubbed the Great Rebellion. Being a border guard outfit, the 4th Army, with a domain authority and influence decidedly not in the hinterlands, suddenly switched sides to support the state council, and proactively declared no relationship to the traitors in the 6th Army. After the execution of a few prepared scapegoats, the old nobility had only the 6th and 8th armies left in hand. Come winter the following year, the nobility backing the 8th army pulled that same trick, capitulating alike to the emperor. And so, the bitter fate of the 6th army who had staked it all on one throw, we can well imagine. And the cause of all this, very simple, one we all know. Simply a drunk ruffian taking the vodka bottle he had in hand to attack a young noble. Marvelous story, Cleric Calcit. And might I even confirm this tale is little removed from the reality at all. Heidi, I would not tell you that this is how Ursus is. Every civilization in the world deserves you seeing it for yourself. They should be appreciated and have to be reflected upon. In that Ursus you admire, what have you seen? Perhaps the farms and public houses. Perhaps the grand heroes. Perhaps the highs and lows of life in Deity Grifferberg's opera house. But what I've seen is the Great Rebellion's aftermath, an age on the verge of collapse. Might Victoria have such an age of its own someday? I will not guarantee it either way, Miss Heidi. How could it? Here, you little child. Are you afraid now because of Cleric Calcit's smidgen story of Ursus? I've no intent to insult the Ursus people, but the Empire of Ursus is unarguably a savage, unreasonable nation. But right now, isn't Londinium just as... Don't even say it. Though it pains us all that it happened, did Victoria waver for even a moment? All right, Count. Seeing as the topics come around, I think it's high time you told us about that trip to Londinium, yes? That's what we're most interested in. What high nobility did you meet? I'd be honored to tell. Truth is, on the way, the Duke of Normandy personally invited me to a shindig, together at his flagship. What? And you managed to keep from telling us all the way to today? My, it was the Duke of Normandy himself! He always did detest Lithuanians. Did he and the envoys of the Empress's voice have a scuffle? No, but his retainer's words, the good Duke never once made eye contact with those gorgeous envoys that evening. Ha! Now that's the proper manner of a duke. Ursus's theatrical Grand Dukes might number more in the hundreds than tens. Alright, maybe not that many, but they are quite unchecked. And if I might add, somewhat incompetent too. There's a form of arrogance, but I must say, everyone who's experienced the Londinium manner for themselves would echo the sentiment. I trust the Duke of Normandy need only rely on his own power to make those Lithuanian greed-blinded extremists know their place for a few dozen years. Let alone the fact that we've certainly more than a single Duke. Tuckered out, Heidi? No. I'm still thinking about what Clara Calcit said. Could I talk with her alone for a bit? Oh, if we're to talk Londinium without Calcit, it would certainly be much duller. You flatter me. Now, no rush. I see the Baron of Rye is calling at me, so I'll need to chit-chat with him now. I assure you, I'll be back shortly to tell the full tale. Does all this bore you, Miss Heidi? Huh? No, it doesn't. I'm alright. Fine. It's just... I thought we'd talk more about poetry, or the wheat harvest. But it turns out not. Sick of foreign politics? It's what tonight's dinner party was meant for. I can see you also consider it somewhat boring, don't you? You understand more than anyone, and you can't stand all those people in a giggling gaggle around Uncle Vincent, correct? You seem to have some misunderstanding about me. We only met tonight, didn't we? You're right, Clara Calcit. You can call me just Calcit. Then, Calcit, could you walk with me? In a while longer, Uncle Vincent will have me sent off into the loft. I certainly don't want to go to bed this early. The snow seems to have gotten heavier. Would you mind that? I wouldn't. Allow me to accompany you. What a snowstorm! The biggest one in recent years. I like the snow, Calcit, and I like my home too. I know. How cold. Everyone's all huddling inside by the fireplace. It's just us two now, Calcit. Calcit, it's so difficult to be alone with you. You're yet young, Heidi. Your father shouldn't have let you get involved so easily. But that's what I wanted, Calcit. I wish to do something or other, instead of hiding in the warm house, gazing out, just as a child would. When winter truly comes, would a single oak of Victoria's be spared from the blizzard? Then, that being the case, we should prepare early. You resemble your father greatly. Is that a compliment? Let's say it is. Nobody should find us here, so... Now I can hand these letters to you. Your father's intelligence operatives are never late. They're the best messengers, workers, and aspirants in all Victoria. Except this time. Has something happened? The young Heidi makes not an innocent step more. She is right. Before upheaval arrives, the young must always be the soonest to prepare. There are 2 letters, Dame Calcit. One from all of Victoria, and another from Casdell.
Well done. Just as specified in the contract. Need to take a look?
Goodness. Oy, Whew. Okay. I'm not sure. This was only 3. Oh, goodness. It's a lot. Lots of lore, lots of drops, lots of future notes to have for sure. Oh, almost 3 hours, only 3 missions. Did you guys know that that's how this would be? WD stands for word count. Goodness. Yes, 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 this is a very important event. I mean, I understand that, but goodness. Oh, when Cal is dressed that fine, can you really complain? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. This is why I said 2 streams is unrealistic and you should stick to 3. That is very fair. Ugh. That's how all of it is if you're reading everything. It's Cal's event, what did you expect? I mean, fair. Why use few word when many word do trick? Goodness. I'm guessing that each stage is just as long as the other, correct? What do you think of Cal here? I love the last outfit. Most likely. Okay. They took show don't tell as a personal affront. Some are a little shorter. I think there's literally one event story chapter where she doesn't yap. Roughly this length? Okay, we're probably going to have to break it into 3, are we not? I think we're gonna have to break this into 3 for sure. Hopefully not 4, but probably 3. What do you think of the place called Sand, where we are going for a walk? This is on the shorter end for events? You guys have the patience of saints to listen to me with this. Oh, goodness. Alright. We'll probably call it there for today then. Because we've been going almost 3 hours, so I think we'll call it there, and this will probably take 3 streams, most likely. Goodness. This is a short event, relatively speaking. Alright. Just wait until, near light. I've heard that is the longest. Or one of them. Patience of Saints? Almost nobody narrates these things? Of course we're patient. Goodness. Alright. Listening to you doing it is nowhere near as brain melting. That's always a good thing to hear. That's always a good thing to hear. It's short when you just go through the cliff notes. Oh my gosh. Alright. I think we're going to call it there. Thursday is going to be our wrap-up fashion review. We're going to try to get through all of the outfits, if possible. All the last outfits that you can buy during this session. And then we will continue with Walk in the Dust on Saturday and see how far we can get. And again, thank you guys so much for the compliments on the outfit. I hope that you appreciate it. This was an idea that I really, really wanted to get done, so I'm glad we were able to pull it off. Thank you so much again for 6 months and for 3K subs. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. I will see you Thursday. Alright. Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world or the many worlds beyond. And well, thank you so much, and all the best.